Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little get ready with me using all the products that I pulled in this past Makeup Basket Monday series. So let's get started by priming my face. Today I'm going to use as primer, I'm going to use the Cover FX Clear Cover. This is a actual SPF. This one here, for some reason, I don't know if I just got a bad pump or what happened here, but no matter what I've done, I'm not able to get it out of the pump itself. So I have to actually dip down into it, which is really gross. And I'm sure by doing that, it's going to make the SPF actually go bad faster. So, not super impressed with this product. Not at all. So, I just put a little bit of that onto my skin. Let me pull my hair back a little bit here. So, I'm just going to put this on. It has a silicone feel to it, so, but it doesn't peel up too bad on me, so that's a good thing. Sometimes when it's a silicone feel on with my dry skin, it will tend to peel up, but this one doesn't do that, so that's really, really nice. It doesn't smell like SPF. It doesn't smell like anything. But the pump to it, I don't know. I'm hoping that mine was just a bad batch. Mine was just a bad one that I have. I purchased it directly from Cover FX. So it's not like it happened like at the store or something like that. I purchased it directly from them. So I have no idea why it's like that. It's unfortunate too because I purchased it a while back. So I'm not even sure that I could even call them to let them know, hey, your product is broke. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use my foundation. The foundation I'm using this week is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I'm going to use this as a foundation. It's not really a foundation, it's more like a BB cream. But it does good enough coverage for me, so it's very hydrating. The color match is kind of close, but it's not exact. So I'm okay with close enough, but not exact. It works for me. Works for me. Now I'm going to use the Sephora favorites, I was going to say. The Oprah's Favorite Things, one of her brushes that she was talking about. I'm going to use this brush right here. It's called the O Curve brush. Here's what it looks like. It is a nice curved brush. It needs a little bit of a bath right now, but it works really good because it really hugs the contour of your face. I like how it hugs everything. But as you can tell, this foundation right here that I put on is not really a true foundation. It's more of just like a BB cream. But I am going to layer it up. I'm going to give it 2 layers here. Get it all rubbed in. I still end up taking a sponge over top of this just because I don't love the way that a brush leaves your skin. I don't like the streakiness. This isn't super streaky, but it still leaves a little bit of streak to it. So, do you see how it just hugs like the contour of your face though? I mean, that is so cool. The other brush is just a typical oval brush. There's nothing real unique about it in my opinion. But this one is very unique. I think this one's really cool how it just, I don't know. I love that how it just hugs everything. I feel like you can just really put everything on very neatly. And it goes around your nose very neatly. It goes around your eyes. I think this is a really cool brush. So out of Oprah's Favorite Things, if I were to say which one to get, I would say the O Curve one is really, really cool. Alright, so I'm going to put just a little bit more on. Just to give a little bit more coverage on this side over here where I do have some acne scars. So I'm going to put some there. And on the other side. Might as well match it up, right? Okay, so now I'm just going to go back in with the same O Curve brush and I'm going to blend that in. Oh, I just got it on my earring. That wasn't that brush's fault. That was me being clumsy and klutzy with my brush. So, are you guys getting ready for the holiday season? Everything ready? You got all your shopping done? I am not shopped all the way done yet, so I have so many things still to get. I'm done with a lot of people, but my kids are the hardest ones. My kids and my husband. They're the hard ones to buy for, so I'm hoping to be able to finish them up this weekend. Here's the hoping anyway. My son comes home from college permanently, well not permanently, but for the winter break this week, so that's great. That'll be nice, having him here to be able to help out with some things and stuff, so he can help drive my youngest son to school and everything, which is very helpful. Alright, so that is how it looks right now, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you can tell it's definitely not anything full coverage or even medium coverage. It's a very lightweight coverage. So I think it'd be great for like days when you just don't want to wear a whole lot of makeup. This does have an SPF of 30 in it, so that's great. I love when they have SPF 30 and above. That's perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. And you guys know I prime my eyelids using the same thing almost every week. I'm going to use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. And I don't think I need to take the Beauty Blender to my face. Let me just take it around just a little bit just in case I didn't get it all smooth in. before I start doing eyes. So I'm just gonna dab it around a little bit to make sure there's no brush marks or anything, but it really didn't leave too many this time. I think it does better with a BB cream than it does with a foundation, that brush does. So, alright, so that's done. Let's finish up my eyelids, get them prepped. Last week was a crazy, crazy week here at my house. Last week my son had his braces off, Max had surgery, and then I got a big fat ticket. That was awesome. So I was driving, we got a vehicle over the summer and the windows were tinted, but I didn't think nothing of it. And I got pulled over during like the, I didn't really get pulled over. It was like the road blocks or whatever, where they do like license checks and things like that. So they had me pulled to the side and he said I needed to pull over because he needed to check my windows. And I was like, oh no. So he gets me over there and he tells me to put the window down, and we have like the automatic window where you push the button and it goes all the way down, you push it again, it goes all the way up. Well, we sat there for a good minute for me trying to figure out how to get the window up so that he could put the tool on it. It kept going up and down, up and down. It was funny. I have to admit, it was pretty funny. I don't know if he thought it was so funny because he's just standing there waiting for me to get the window prepped and ready for him to put the little tool on it. He did smile, but I don't think he thought it was super funny like I thought it was, because I was hysterically laughing, although that was nerves. I get really nervous when I'm like afraid. I'm like, oh gosh, what did I do wrong? So anyway, he ends up checking my window, and my window was 90 something percent blocked. I had like 1%, not 1 or 2% of the window, 3%, it was 3%. 3% of the window could be seen through. I had no idea it was that well blocked out. That was crazy. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Troublemaker palette today. This one here is really cool. I'm loving this palette. Look at the colors in here, guys. Those colors are so pretty. So I'm going to go in with Bailout, go figure. We're just talking about getting pulled over, and I'm going in with Bailout. I'm going to go in with that with a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to use that to set all over my lid. So yeah, I got a big fat ticket, so I had to go get my windows detinted. So I told my husband, I was like, last week was the week where we're removing things. My son got his braces removed, my vehicle got the tent removed, and Max got his removed. So he thought that was pretty funny. He's like, well, at least you can make something laughable out of it. I'm like, yeah, well, it's got to be kind of funny, I guess. Okay, just gonna keep on patting this on. This does have a little bit of color to it, so it's a little bit darker than my actual eyelid, and I have something going on right there that's gross. I'm going to tap on again. Make sure I get these even. So anyway, so I had the windows detinted, but I still have to pay the ticket, which is awesome. This time of year, paying tickets for something that I had no idea was wrong with my vehicle. I just thought they were dark. I didn't have any idea that they were that dark. Little did I know. Okay, so now I'm going to go into 7 and 7, and that's the shade right up here. I'm going to go into that and tap off, and I'm just going to start building a crease. These colors are super, super pigmented. Do you see the pigmentation to these colors? And like I barely touched it, and like you don't have to blend super hard. They blend out very easily, but they don't muddy together, which is really important. So I'm gonna build that crease up just a little bit. So yeah, so that was an interesting week last week. And this week, the puppies are eating food on their own. We have given them a little bit of food, and they started eating some food on their own, which is helpful for Molly, because then she doesn't have to worry about feeding them so much. Because poor girl, she's getting worn out. 5 babies, and they're all so big now already. And I'm sure they wear her down. So we have them in the playpen right now. They're all playing in the playpen, the puppies are. My mom let me borrow a playpen for the puppies, and so we put them in there, and they love it in there. They just sit there. I put them close to the fireplace so they can see it. It's not a real fireplace. It's one of those like ones that looks like a fireplace. It just lights up, but it does heat up. It has like, it's electric, I guess you call it. So we have them there in front of that, and it's on but very low to keep them nice and toasty. And they lay there and they watch the fire, and then you can see their little heads getting heavy, and they just bubble and they fall asleep. They're just so sweet. So sweet. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen lots of pictures of the puppies. I can't help but share so many of them. They're so darn cute. Next, he's gotten to where he's been able to play with them a little bit, which was awesome. He's so excited about them. He gets super excited when I get them out. Okay, I'm going to clean off this brush right here. This is the Glamour Dolls. I think it's called the Whale's Tail or something like that. Or the something whale something. No. I have no idea. I forget what it's called. Now I'm going to go into Knockout. I'm going to go into that with this brush right here. And then I'm just going to kind of deepen up the outer V a little bit. My throat has been like acting up. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. The last thing I want to do is be sick for the holiday season. So I'm going to go back into there, get a little bit more, and just blend that out. So I need to start making cookies and everything for the holidays. What is your favorite cookie to make for the holiday season? I love making sugar cookies. They're so simple, so easy, and yet you can make them so good. I like making them cinnamon sugar. I like making just sugar. And then I like doing icing on them. My son loves the ones with icing because he says they taste like the ones that you buy like at Walmart and places like that have the icing on them. He loves those kind. That's his favorite. So I need to start making some cookies. We need to do cutout cookies too. I like doing those because I like decorating them. I tried doing the ugly sweater cookies with my youngest son the other day. And he did like 2 cookies and he's like, this is no fun. So he didn't want to do anymore. Now I'm just going to clean off my brush and there's nothing on it now. And just kind of blend this out a little bit. Blend it in and out. I'm just kind of working it around. Alright. Clean it off again. Do the same thing on the other side. In and out. Cleaning. I curled my hair today and then I realized, I looked at my calendar, I'm like, well, that was probably not the smartest idea. I'm getting my hair done today. I'm getting it colored. So I don't like to do a whole lot of heat damage to it anyway, and then the days I'm getting it colored, I definitely don't like to put a lot of heat on it, so oh well. Oh well, I need to get it done though. I mean, look at my roots, guys. They're like so long. My roots are getting very, very noticeable. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with Bankroll. I love this green shade right here, that Bankroll shade. That is so pretty. So I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush. This is a, what is it? Zoeva brush. This is the smudger brush. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this flat smudger brush. And I'm just going to pick up some of that green. That is so pretty. Let me swatch it for you so you can see how pretty this is. Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? I love it. It reminds me of a Christmas tree for some reason. Like, it looks like a Christmas tree. Okay, back in here again. Tap off. And I'm just going to put this on the center and bring it all the way in. I'm going to do green all the way across. Something I don't normally do is a like dark eye all the way across. Oops, I almost took it down below. Where am I going? Half asleep here trying to do my eye makeup. Yep, that was smart. Alright. There we go. Need some down on the lower lash, or the upper lash line there. Looks like it needs to be filled in a little bit right there. I'm sure you can make that even more intense, like if you took and made the brush wet. I'm going to go back into that shade. And do the same thing on the other side. Do you see how pretty that is though? It looks like such a perfect like fall winter shade. Like a, not really winter, just looks like a Christmas tree. Or reminds me of a Christmas tree for some reason. I guess because I have been working on decorating so much, that's all I think about is Christmas decorations now. We're having all of our family over to our house this year for Christmas. So I'm trying to make sure the house looks nice and tidy. I hate for it to look all messy. My throat, I hope, like I said, I hope I'm not getting sick. Okay, now I'm going to go back into that palette. I'm going to use this is the It Cosmetics brush, the one that I got. I think it's called the Tightliner brush. It's the one that's like a little bit curved. I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to use, they have a split shade right here. It's black and white. So I'm going to dip into the black shade and just put that onto the brush. And then I'm going to put that up into my upper lash line. Into my tight line, I guess you'd say, right? And get it a little bit more on there. And we'll twist it. Here's where I always freak out because I'm afraid I'm going to pick myself in the eyeball with it. Okay. That part's tight lined. And I'm going to go back in on the other side and do this side over here. Get a little bit more. Okay. I am kind of quiet when I do this one because I'm so afraid I'm going to put myself in the eyeball with it. I don't like putting a whole lot of liner on my lid anymore. Ever since I discovered that that kind of shrinks my eyelids, I've really been putting a lot of tight lining things onto my face, onto my eyes. Okay, now I'm going to, let's see. Let's go ahead and do my brows. Did I bring a brow product? Did I bring a brow tool? Oh goodness, I hope so. Oh goodness. Nope, I did not bring a brow tool. Let me pause you guys. Let me go find a brow tool quick. Hang on, guys. Okay, we got a brow tool now. So I have this little, what is this? This is the Brow Gal one, the one that we got in like a boxy term. It has like a spoolie on one end and then a little brush on the other. So I'm going to dip into, this is the Christina Ann Cosmetics. So this is her brow product. So I'm going to dip into here. I've tried this out several times this week, as you can tell. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's not like the Anastasia one where I feel like you have to be super careful with it. It reminds me more of like the Benefit one. So let's just go ahead and start drawing our line for the brows. Do you see how it's more like a powdery type of texture? So it's not going to go in super dark, super thick. You don't have to worry about getting that really, really bold brow. It kind of draws in like a pencil would. It's a lot lighter. And I like it like that. I like it so much better like that. It looks a little bit more natural. I just need to basically fill in the color. That's all I'm trying to do anyway. So I'm just going to continue doing my brow. And bring it back. Right now you guys are probably thinking my eye makeup looks a little crazy. We'll finish it up. I just thought we'd go ahead and work on these brows quick. Alright, do you see how much more natural that looks versus the Anastasia one? I'll have to do a little comparison for you guys to show you how crazy the Anastasia one looks on me. I don't like that one at all. This one just works so much better. Alright, dip in here again. And draw the line. Alright, now I'm going to go make my little wispies. It's snowing here right now, guys. It is snowing. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm not a winter fan. How about you guys? What's your favorite season? I really love summer and spring. Fall is okay. The only reason I don't like fall is because I feel like it's like a little depressing because everything starts to die and it's just very sad. Spring is beautiful because everything starts to come back to life and it's blooming. And summer is just gorgeous because it's so nice to just go outside and get that fresh air and the cold air. I do not like cold air, so for me, winter and fall, not so much. They're not my favorites. I think I might have a little bit of that seasonal thing where it makes me kind of sad during like this time of year too, so. Alright, brush through that using my wrong hand. I need to do that challenge, the double-handed, or the other hand challenge or whatever it's called, where you do your makeup with the opposite hand what you normally would. So there's my brows. That's how they turned out. They look fairly natural in my opinion. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a brow bone highlight. So I'm going to go back into the Urban Decay palette and I'm going to clean off that little whale tail brush, whatever it's called. Sperm whale brush, I don't even know what it's called. Clean that off real good since I'm going to be using a very light color. Let me wipe it on my hand to make sure, yes, it's super clean. Alright, and I'm going to go into the white shade right here. I'm just going to dip and try not to get the black onto it. It's the only thing I don't like, they put this black and the white, such drastic different colors together. So it's really hard to make sure that you don't get the other color on there. So I'm just going to do a brow bone highlight. And go on the other side and do the same thing. And blend it all through so it kind of blends together right here so we don't have a line. Blend the side too. Make sure we're good and blended. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. So I'm going to use my little, I have no idea what this curling thing is. I think it's like Physician's Formula or something. Okay. I think I want to deepen up that orange just a little bit more. What do you guys think? Does it need a little bit more? I think it does. Just a little bit, that orangey brown. I'm going to grab that, this is a Morphe M441 brush. I'm going to grab that and dip right into that shade again. Tap it off. And just give myself a little bit more of that orangey shade above that green. I really want both colors to be very prominent. Bring it in a little bit and out. I really like this palette. I think it's really nice. I think you can create a multitude of looks using this palette. I like palettes like that where you can create a variety of looks. And even though it's a lot smaller than most of the other palettes. So I really like it so far. So far it's done no wrong to me. Now I'm going to clean off my brush and just make sure that it's thoroughly blended. Get all the extra powder off. And just make sure that we got a good blend here going. Yes. Much better. You see that green, how pretty it is on the lids though? I just love it. Now I'm going to take this little gray little microfiber towel and just make sure that there's not a ton of fallout under my eyelids. Just because it's such a dark color. And I'm going to conceal. I'm going to use the It Cosmetics. This is the Baba Under Eyes Illumination. You only need a teeny tiny amount of this stuff. Like, do not go overboard with this because it's like very full coverage. Like, that's all I'm going to use. Just the tiniest amount. And that's probably still too much. So I'm going to rub my two index fingers, and not index, but my ring fingers together. And just get it kind of emollient so it's smoothed out a little bit. And just push it under first. And then, oh, I got it up on my nose a little too far. And then once I get it under pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and take my Beauty Blender. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and not clean up, but like tap the rest of it in. Because it's so emollient, it's a little harder to blend this. I mean, not because it's so emollient, because it's so thick, it's a little harder to blend it. So you just want to take your time and just tap very lightly under your eyes. Get it blended out nice and neatly. I'm taking it down into like the V shape just a little bit. So there's how that one's looking, nice and brightened and awake. I'm going to do this side over here. My Beauty Blender is not really wet and it's not really dry. It's like right in between. It's just a little bit damp. That's the way I like it the best. I don't like it when it's too wet or when it's completely dry. Still works for me actually, depending upon the foundation. Alright, I'm going to go over my nose just a little bit there because my nose looks like it's got a lot of redness coming through. I'm not going to worry about anything else on this right here to cover up, but I am going to go ahead and set my under eyes using the It Cosmetics Baba Pores Pressed. This is the best one I found for under my eyes. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you probably know I've preached to you guys so many times about this. It just works really, really well for my dry under eyes. I just tap my sponge right into it and then start at the outer corner and bring it in. And that's all I do. Okay, so that part's done. Now I need to go ahead and finish up my bottom lash line. So I'm going to go back to a little smudger brush. This is the Royal and Langnickel, the detail brush. So I'm going to use this, clean it off, make sure it's good and clean. And go back into the Urban Decay Troublemaker palette. And now I'm going to grab a little bit of this green here. Tap it off. And I'm just going to connect it up to there. And then bring it here and kind of thin it out a little bit. Alright, do it again on the other side. I might smoke it out a little bit more with some brown. Maybe. Okay, so there we go. And wipe that off, and I'm going to grab a little bit of Knockout and just do it up at this portion right here. Smoke it out just a little bit more. Alright, now I'm going to clean my brush off completely so I can smoke out just a tad more. Clean it off. And now I'm just going to smoke out some. Keeping it upwards, but still blending. Smoke it out some, so it's not like a harsh line under your eyes. Alright. Okay, there we go. It looks like I was trying to create a wing right there using that. Okay, now I need to go ahead and do my blush. I'm going to use, I need to come back to eyelashes too. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallibles paints. This is the one my friend Lashes Tony XO sent me, so I'm going to use this. I have like an itch. It feels like there's a hair on my face. So I'm just going to clean up my brush a little bit. I'm going to dip, because I did like an orangey shade, I'm going to dip into here, and then I'm going to dip into this one. Just a little bit like that. Tap it off. And then blend that up. Blend, blend, blend. I don't want it super dark, but I still want it to be an orange that's going to kind of match my eye. So again, I'm going to dip into this one, and then dip into this one, and then tap. And this is the Sigma Powder Blush Brush, the number F10. Alright, I'm going to just take a little bit over my nose. I like that sun-kissed look. I'm going to get just a little bit more. I feel like I don't have quite enough blush. I'm just kind of like sweeping it over. And then bringing it up to my temple. Alright, so there's that part. Now let's go ahead and finish up my eyelashes while we're going all around the moon in black on back. So I'm going to, where did my mascara go? I thought I grabbed a new mascara. No, here it is. So I'm going to use the Butter London, the Oh My How High Lengthening Mascara. This is actually a pretty good mascara. I really am enjoying it. I like that it's got like a little curved wand to it. And then it's got like the hair bristles type things. It's not the plasticky ones. So I'm going to use this. And we'll see how much I get on my eyelids today. Hopefully none. That would be the goal, right? It definitely gives you length though. Can you see that? Alright. So there's that one. And then do the other one. I'm going to do one coat with this and then one coat with the Troublemaker. Oh, I got a little bit on my lid. We all knew that was going to happen though, right? That wasn't a big surprise. Okay. So there's one coat with that one. Now I'm going to use the Troublemaker. This is the one that actually comes with the Troublemaker palette. So I'm going to use this mascara as well. I don't like the wand to this one. Look at the wand. Ooh. They're so far apart and they're just, it's really weird. I don't really like the wand at all. Okay, I'm just going to hope and pray that I don't poke myself in the eyeball with this thing. It's like a dangerous tool here. Like a torture device. It gives me, both of them together give me a lot of length, but not a whole lot of volume. So if you want more volume than you want length, both of these are very lengthening. Not very volumizing. Okay. But they definitely separate too, though. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but they keep them pretty separated. Gotta keep them separated. I like that song. Okay. That part's done. Now we'll just wait for that to dry on my lids and we'll clean off the lid area. Now I'm going to use my Becca. This is the Après Ski Glow little highlighting palette. It's not little. It's pretty big. So I'm going to use this to do my highlight with. I'm going to use this shade right here mixed with this shade right here. Did you see the two I mixed together? These two? I love the color it gives when you mix those two. It's got the pink and the like more bronzy shade together. It just looks really pretty on the skin. And I'm going to tap it onto the tip of my brush and take it down my nose a little bit. And then on my lip. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of the gold one right here, no more of the other one, and just take it down the center of my forehead right here like that, just a little bit. And above my brow, just lightly dusting across. Not going to give it too much of a glow, just a little bit. That's where I want most of the glow, is right there. Alright, so now we're done with that part. Now I need to grab a Q-tip. Grab a Q-tip here, a little handy dandy Q-tip holder. And let's just clean off our lids here. Clean them off. That green, look how pretty that is mixed with that orange. I just love it. I love it. Okay, now I'm going to put a highlight in the center. So I'm going to go back into my Becca palette. I'm going to use this white shade right here on my fingertip, the pinky. I'm just going to tap it right in the center. And there we go, there's eyes. Now we just need to do lips. So lips, I'm going to do, make sure I'm going to wipe my lips off real quick. I think we're good. Alright, I'm going to use the Christina Ann Cosmetics Her Lip Products. I have 4 of them here to choose from. Let me show you the colors. I'm going to do a lip swatch video as well. There's the 4 colors I'm going to be choosing from. So I have Swag, Savage, Slay, and K Thanks Bye. So I think I'm going to use this one right here, which is Swag, because it looks like the orange is going to go good with my eyes and my cheek makeup. So I'm going to use Swag. These smell pretty good. Alright. Try not to make a huge mess. Okay. These really stain your lips too, guys. It's such a pretty color. Maybe a little bit more. Right. On here. Oh man. I think I went a little overboard. Got a little overzealous with my lips. Alright. Now I have to do cleanup because I did a really crappy job. So that's what your fingers are great for, those, clean up. And then I just like to tap because I feel like it goes on really thick when I was first starting out. And I like for it to be a little bit more even coverage all the way around. So I'm just cleaning up. It stays a little bit sticky at first when you first put this on. See it? It's like kind of sticking together. But then the more you wear it, it'll dry down a little bit better. But it doesn't get to a dryness to where it feels like it's like sucking all the life out of your lips or anything. But what I like to do, you guys probably know by now, because I fell in love with this recently. I'm going to use my Too Faced Melted Latex Liquefied High Shine Lipstick, and this is in the shade Unicorn Tears. So I'm going to show you guys what I do with this, because I love this little lip product. Right here in the center. And just tap it. Do you see how much fuller it makes my lips look? It really gives the illusion of very full lips. What do you think? I think it makes your lips look very full. Okay, that is today's look. I do have a little cleanup to do over here on this one side. Looks like I went down a little far. Clean that right there. And clean this right here. Alright, other than that, guys, that is today's look using all the products from the Makeup Basket Monday series. I'd love to know what kind of look you want me to create using this palette, because I would like to do at least 3 looks using this palette. What kind of looks you're looking for, like a day look, night look type thing? Or would you like different looks using different colors? Let me know what you're interested in seeing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.